will start my speech on one, two, three. One of the greatest glories that human beings possess is power over nature, animals, and plants. However, what happens when humans use that power incorrectly? Humans began to abuse nature by way of exploitation and excessive consumption. And it happened to the animals that become the source of human food. Animals are forced to produce more and more meat at the cost of their lives. This cannot be justified because it is immoral and does not respect the life rights of animals. That's why we from the government team agree and support this council, these panels, by banning all kinds of production and consumption of meat. Through this, we've done some research. Therefore, we shouldn't discuss anything else beyond that. So, what is the production and consumption of meat? It is a human act to produce meat by killing animals, such as cows, chickens, or pigs for consumption. Note that we are here to only reject meat produced from animals only. So there are three mechanisms that I will discuss in my speech. Namely, first, humans misuse their power over nature. Secondly, animals are forced to produce meat on a large scale. And then all three animals have to have the same rights to life as humans as being. Okay, first mechanism. Humans misuse their power over nature. It should be remembered that humans are basically animals, but with pride we often think that we are higher than the animals. So at first, we were just a group of monkeys who, due to environmental condition, had to evolve each according to their environment. Nature has been kind enough to allow humans to pass in natural selection, where humans rival species such as Netherlands and Earthers were exterminated. Because humans are the only rules without any rivals, humans become a tyrannical species at the top of food chain. Because of their arrogancy, humans began to hunt animals for meat. Even worse, after the industrial revolution, humans began to hunt animals on a large scale without humans remembering that they are also animals. Uh, so, so, since the last 2 centuries, there have been many animals that have been extinct by humans, such as let's just say dodo bird, red monkey, Caribbean seal, and still a sea cow. So why these animals are getting extinct? These animals becoming extinct due to excessive hunting by meat humans, consumption of meat. In the end, man was given a great punishment from nature for having misused his power, like this COVID-19 pandemic, like the Spain influence. That's all the punishment from the nature to our humankind. Second, animals are forced to produce meat on a large scale. It is perhaps a reality that many farm animals such as kittens, cows, and pigs are forced to get bigger for the sake of industry. The farm animals are brought to laboratory for genetic engineering to produce an animal that has more meat and is superior. In 2015, the McDonald's company was banned for using injected chicken. So, why they're making this injected chicken? What's the purpose? For the production of more chicken meat, and this is of course due to the pressure of consumption who wants bigger and more meat. This cannot be justified because it does not respect the life rights of these animals. These animals do not know that their whole life is only for one purpose, namely to be eaten by humans. Of course, we don't want to be in that position, do we? We don't want to be in a position where we spend our lives only to reproduce as large as possible, which is ultimately eaten by a superior species. And then my third mechanism, animals have the same right to live as humans as. So due to madness and obsession of humankind, animals are eventually detained and forced to devote their lives to humans. Humans never remember how the position of a chicken as living creature or how the position of a cow as a living creature. Humans only want the meat to be mass produced and meet the needs and meet the needs of voracious consumers. The animals just live in a circle, born. They just live in a circle, such as born, alive, and being eaten. They never know the conditions of the outside except for just living in man-made cages. They didn't know the other conditions such in the forest. They just living in our cage in a cage that we are making to rule them. This really limits the life of animals as an animate beings. So, how long will this madness last? This madness will stop if we stop producing and consuming meat from innocent animals. So, what alternative do we offer if meat is no longer produced? Uh, keep in mind again that we as government team only reject the meat that products from animals. So in 2020, Singapore became the first country to produce chicken meat without having to be slaughtered. So this meat is made from animals' muscle cells, which are the result of laboratory engineering. The result is high quality and safe. Meat made directly from animal cells without having to kill animals. Today, there are thousands of companies in the world that use this method in a similar way such as pigs or fish or cows. So there's no more mass killing of animals anymore. We believe that the opposition team must have thought that this was the best way alternative. Proud to propose.